I'm gonna get into that first. This is gonna be part one of my MEPS experience and getting started on my journey to the Navy. Okay, so I have my phone right here. So if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at. So I can remember everything. But anyways, my MEPS experience. Okay, so I joined in 2018, March of 2018. And I joined, why did I decide to join? Okay, so funny story. I was in college at the time, and after my freshman year, I had went back home and I was there was a cookout at my aunt's house and I was chilling with my cousins. My cousins, they're much older than me, but they are in the Navy. So one of them told me, she was like, you know, you went to school for a year, you might as well just go to the Navy, because that's what you really want to do anyway. So I was like, you know, as much as she probably thinks, and then my other cousin was like chiming in and was like, yeah, you might as well go. And as much as she probably doesn't even remember it or doesn't think it was significant, it was very significant. And I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it. And I ended up going back to school. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the Navy because that's what I actually really wanted to do. I knew I wanted to go to the Navy since the 9th grade of high school. So I went back to school and I called the recruiting office and I was like, hey, I want to join. Like, I know I want to join and I'm ready to go like yesterday. So what do I need? Like, what's the protocol? So the recruiter was asking like, do I wear glasses and do I have my birth certificate and how tall, how much I weigh, and da 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 da, all that type of stuff. So I was like, I know I'm qualified. I just want to get in. I want to get in. I'm exactly who y'all are looking for because I want to go. Nobody's forcing me. I'm not about to go to jail. I want to go into the military. So she was like, okay, well, the next time you come back home, I told her my situation. You know, I'm at school right now. She said, as soon as you get back home, come to the recruiting station so that we can talk face to face. Bring your important paperwork and da 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 da. So I brought all of that with me the next time I went home, and I went to the I'm sorry, I need to be looking right here. I'm looking at the screen. So I went to the recruiting office and I brought my birth certificate, my high school diploma, social security card, all that important stuff that you need. So she got me signed up or whatever. She took down my information and she was like, okay, we'll take the ASVAB practice test. So I took it and I got a 21. Do not be discouraged if you get a low score in the recruiting office, because I personally think it's like different. I would say just keep studying, study. I use the book ASVAB for Dummies. Just keep studying that, and or whatever material you have, and when you go to the actual ASVAB test, you should do a lot better. After I took the practice test, I went home, and then there was another day that I had to come back. Now, when I think you're gonna go to the recruiting office, depending on when you ship out, you might go to the recruiting office plenty of times, but I was about to ship out. I watched every video on YouTube about boot camp and what to expect and what's gonna happen the first week, second week, third week. I watched. So I already knew what was finna go on, and then I watched other people's experience like you're doing now. So after you watch this, go watch the next video of somebody else too, because you want to be prepared. So you can go or you cannot go. I recommend those who don't know much but just want to join to go to those DEP meetings. And I also suggest that you go just to see, even if you feel like you know everything or you know what's going to happen, I still suggest that you go, because there's things that people in the service could teach you that you don't even know about. So yeah, you're gonna want to go to DEP meetings. Okay, during the DEP meetings, right? Oh, when it was getting closer to my date, the day before it was time for me to ship out, I went to the recruiting. You have to go to the recruiting office and they're going to give you a ride to MEPS again. So when they give you a ride to MEPS again, they're going to do a physical. So within that physical, they're going to do a lot of stuff. And I mean a lot. They're going to make sure that you are ready to ship out and you're ready to go to boot camp, because you're not about to play with them and waste their time. So what I remember is, one, they're going to drug test you. You're going to take a urine test. Two, they're going to pull blood. They're going to take blood. Three, they're going to do a visual. They're going to do a visual test to see how good you are with your vision and if you're colorblind, and like deprivation, like to see if you could distinct distance between objects or whatever. And then audio. I think they did an audio test. I don't really remember, but they might do audio. And then it comes down to the physical, which is like for males and females, they're gonna separate you. You're gonna strip down to your underwear. They're gonna check your private parts. They're gonna check your back end. Males, they're gonna check front and back too. And then also they're also gonna put you in a room and line you up, and they're gonna make sure that you can do certain types of exercises. Yes, you will be in your underwear for majority of this portion, but it's okay, because if you want to go, they need to make sure that you're medically ready and that you can perform just the simple basic task before you get to the nitty-gritty, the heavy stuff at boot camp. So yeah, that was my before I close this video out, once you do your physical, they're gonna pile you up into a van, or your recruiter's gonna put you back in your van, and y'all are gonna stay at a hotel that is nearby. When you stand at this hotel, you should have just the basic necessities that you need to get from your hometown to boot camp. You don't need anything extra. You don't need any curling iron, flat iron. You don't need none of that. I recommend the ladies that you have your hair braided up. I recommend that you have your hair either braided or some protective style that you know will last 8 weeks. I'm not kidding. When I say I'm not playing, I wish I had listened, because I had already knew, but for some reason I wanted to like get a pixie cut and like chop off on my hair and relax it and keep it straight, and that just was not good for pool days. It wasn't good. It was not good. It was not good when we had to swim. My hair was done. So I'm telling you right now, do not take nothing more than what you need. I would say travel with many hygiene supplies, because you're not gonna need it. You're not gonna need it at all. And yeah, so they're gonna take you back to a hotel, and at the hotel I was staying at, I had 2 people with me that were really cool. Like, we just clicked out of nowhere, but we had already knew each other from our hometown, whatever and whatnot. So I had 2 really cool people, and we were you know, just they had video games for us, like free video games. They had free lounge area, snacks and stuff, and they're gonna tell you what time you need to wake up in the morning. Yeah, the next morning it's on. Like, you wake up at whatever they tell you to wake up at, and you get up, you get on the bus, you can have your cell phone, and they're gonna take you to the airport depending on where you are. If you're close enough to be driven to boot camp, they're not gonna take you to the airport. But for me, I'm from Virginia, so they had to take me all the way to Richmond. Was it Richmond? Yeah, they had to take me to Richmond to get on a plane and go to Chicago for boot camp. Now, if I left off anything, please comment down below so that I can answer your questions about MEPS. I think I broke it down pretty well. This is only part 1 to this segment. I have my boot camp experience weeks 1 through 4, and then I have boot camp experience week 5 through 8, A school and C school, that I want to tell y'all about. Now, if y'all are interested in those things, please subscribe and let me know. But as of now, I'm done with this video. Please comment, like, subscribe, and if you're not joining the military but you just so happen to run across this video, please share it with somebody else. Hopefully this video can help them as well. And that's all I have to say. So see y'all next video. Bye.